Hey, what is up guys? It's Super Useless Stan here, back with another video. And in this one, what I've got here is the Logitech 3-in-1 powered charging dock that was released a couple days back. And this is brand new, it just hit the market, and what I'm going to be doing is an unboxing, a quick look, and then I'll give you my thoughts on this product. So let's get into it. Right off the bat, this product is part of Logitech's powered lineup, and this, of course, this is the most expensive version of its three new power products. Now, I went out and bought this with my own money. This isn't a sponsored review of any sorts, so I'm going to give you my unfiltered and real opinions about this product. This right here is the most advanced version, which has three different charging options, one for your AirPods and phone and one for the Apple Watch. Now, if you don't have an Apple Watch, this product probably isn't for you because the charging dock for the watch is a very specific type of charger. This product comes in two colors, the black and a white. What I've got here is the white edition, and you can see here it just slides right out very easily. And what else do we have in this box? We've got some, and then that's it. So just two things. Now, we've got the dock itself on one side, one hand here, and in this box here we've got probably the power cable and manual. So indeed, we got the power cable. Other than this little piece of paper, it looks like that's all we get. Now, on the instructions here, it basically says that the case should be less than 3 millimeters thick, and not to have a credit card on the case, and not to have any other sorts of magnetic things or protrusions on the case. So very self-explanatory. Basically, don't have anything that would impede wireless charging. It doesn't look like there's anything else here. So now this charger here is a sizable charger. It is rated for 19 volts of output and 2.64 amps. So this thing can output about 50 watts of power. That's more than enough to power the three charging coils on this device. Now, another thing that we can see here is that the charger itself is a round cable, so it's not Lightning, it's not USB-C. So what that means is this charger is going to be specific for this charging dock. It's not a problem if you're not going to be losing this, or you're not going to be moving this thing around. If it's sitting on your table, that's probably not going to be a big deal because you're really never going to unplug this thing anyway. But that's just something to note, that again, no USB-C or no universal charger, or no universal adapter. One last thing to note about the adapter is that this adapter is not particularly long. This is right around 1.5 meters or about 60 inches long. So while it's long enough to get you to the wall, to the table, it's not going to be long enough if you do not have a power plug right around wherever you want to put this. Now let's take a look at the dock itself. There is plastic wrapping all around. One more right here. Now again, the dock has two charging coils for the phone and one charging coil for the Apple Watch. Your phone can be charged by either the bottom coil or the top coil. Either one works fine, but the way that it's advertised is if you have an AirPods, that goes really well with the bottom coil because you can set it down and it'll charge, while the top coil or the slanted one is mainly for your phone. As you can see here, I've got an iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. As you can see here, both of these phones are compatible with the charging, and the charging coil is right where you expect it to be. The slant on this dock is actually at a very good angle because you can easily read the phone while it's sitting on this dock. And in my opinion, this dock works best as a nightstand dock, something where you put all your stuff onto it at the end of the day, and as you go to bed, because you really only take off your watch when you're going to bed. So that's where the watch charger comes in. And if you want to see the time, you just have to hit it tap your phone and you can see the time or your alarm clock or whatever. So it's really easily positioned for you to see whatever you need. And also the angle at which it's slanted, it's perfect for Face ID. So, you just click it and Face ID unlocks really easily. Now, if you have an AirPods or anything smaller, that really does not work with the vertical charger or the stand. That's where the side charger comes in. All you need to do is to put the AirPods on the little divot here that shows you where the charging coil is, and it will start charging. There isn't any audible beep or anything to tell you that it is charging other than a little LED. It's a white LED. You have two LEDs actually, one for the AirPods or the side charger, which is on the side, and the other one is on the side of the wireless charging stand. One of the nice features of this LED that Logitech claims is the fact that it's not very bright. I can attest to this because my current charger glows a very bright neon blue right towards my face at night when my phone is charging on there. So the fact that this is a very dull white LED and that the LED is very recessed so that it doesn't have a lot of spillover, it won't bother you at night. I think that's a very nice consideration. Now, the third charging capability that you got here is the Apple Watch. What you have here is a pretty strong magnet, I want to say a little bit stronger than the regular Apple charger magnet, because this is actually very slanted, very vertically slanted, and it's able to clip the Apple Watch on there, and it stays pretty well actually on there. I could spin this thing and it'll still stick. If it were the Apple Watch charger, the default Apple Watch charger, I feel like that would have fallen off by now. Now, there isn't any LEDs for this charger. The only indication that you have, or it is charging, is that the watch face will show you that it's charging or it's already full of power. So speaking of power, the bottom coil and the top coil can both output 10 watts of charging power. Now, the iPhones are only rated up to 7.5 watts of wireless charging, so 7.5 watts is basically the max you're going to get out of the iPhones. If you have a Samsung phone or some other Android phone that is rated up to the 10 watts, then you can pull a little bit more power. Don't know if Apple's going to update their phones to receive the full 10 watts or not, but you certainly have a dock that is capable of 10 watts of wireless charging. Since the power brick is rated for 50 watts and the label on the power dock or charging dock is, claims 10 watts max for this charger, 10 watts here, and 5 watts on the Apple Watch, you can pull almost 25 watts from this dock alone while charging all 3 items. It is particularly nice that you won't be bogged down if you were to charge all 3 items at the same time. You're getting the full potential of wireless charging from all 3 devices. You don't have to worry about splitting power output or whatever, because you have 3 different independent charging coils. The texture of this dock has a very soft touch rubberized feel. It's not a fingerprint magnet. You won't attract any fingerprints at all, and I'm speaking for both the white version and the graphite version. The feel of this material is probably akin to something like one of those rubberized grippy cases. It's very nice feel, and it's got a pretty premium feel. The only bits of plastic that you actually do feel is the T on this on the stand on the back right here. That's a little cheaper plastic, and the bottom here, that's also a little bit cheaper plastic. Overall, this dock is a very premium feel, and I have a feeling that dust is not going to be an issue because it's white, or at least this version, this is white. So since it's not a fingerprint magnet, it'll still look pretty clean over time. Now, the last thing to talk about is the price of the unit. Since this dock came out just literally last week from Logitech, you're going to be probably paying the full asking price of this dock. And I'll make sure to link this in the description down below for you to check out yourself. Is it worth the full $129 of asking price from Logitech? And price is a subjective thing, but one thing to think about is that there's really not many units of wireless charging docks on the market that does this specific function as well as this dock, because you'll find wireless charging docks for maybe $20, $30, $50, or maybe a couple charging coils on the dock for a little bit less. But similar products, especially like one from Belkin, that's going to be over $100 as well, $120 or so. So I think that the asking price for this dock is right around what other competitors are asking for, especially when you consider the capabilities of the fast charging, the full 10 watts on both coils, and then you have a dedicated Apple Watch coil. You have some of the other cheaper competitors that basically has an empty slot where you could put your own Apple wireless charging charger, slot that in. That's not this. This is a dedicated built-in charging coil for the Apple Watch, so there's going to be cost to that. And the fact that you're getting the full power output, 10 watts, as opposed to perhaps something a little bit slower like 5 watts in some competitors. It's just basically this is all the bells and whistles and the best specs that you can get in a charging dock, all in one with multiple charging locations. If that's what you're looking for, this is the dock for you. If not though, Logitech also has 2 other types of charging docks. One is a vertical stand that can take phones and maybe smaller devices as well. And then you got another cheaper one that's basically laying flat. So there's 3 different price tiers and 3 different types of products from Logitech. So if you're not interested in that, you can check out those other 2 products. I'll make sure to link those 2 down below as well. So basically that's the Logitech powered 3-in-1 charging dock. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'll try to answer them. And if tech videos and gadgets are your thing, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.